What's up? We're here to give our take on 10 movies that we are looking forward to in the year 2020.
Yeah, this is kind of our top 10. I think we've put together a pretty solid list that we both agreed on for the most part.
Yes, it's
and again, this is just our. This doesn't necessarily mean that these are going to be the best or that we're even going to like them.
No,
but heading into it, that we are looking forward to.
There are definitely ones yes, there are several that I'm looking forward to. The other thing that we have to think about is like this time last year, I didn't know about Parasite. You know, like there were several. There's movies that come out that aren't. They're not big budgeted movies or movies that are being really advertised. That they kind of come out of nowhere, and you realize, oh, this is actually one of my favorites of the year. You know.
Well, let's start off with an honorable mention. We weren't going to include this movie, believe it or not, in our in our top 10. Mainly, it's Fast 9. And we weren't going to include it mainly because we thought the best parts weren't going to be a part of it.
I'm still convinced. The best parts have
Statham
left.
and The Rock were like the draw for me over the past couple movies. And Hobbs and Shaw was great.
Yeah, they went and made Hobbs and Shaw.
But the trailer for Fast 9 dropped yesterday. And we decided we needed to add this to this list. And again, this is like a number 11.
The moment they revealed Cena was Dom's brother,
I was on board.
I laughed for the rest of the trailer. And then what's even crazier, because I was talking to a friend and he brought it up, he goes, what was that household like? Because Dom I guess was like, I'm just gonna race cars. And then Cena was like, I'm gonna go be a secret assassin. What? Like, what? What is that? What is going on? But still, as crazy and ridiculous as it looks.
And once they showed that Han was coming back,
yeah, I don't know how they're going to explain. They had his funeral. His family was at his funeral.
Now they just need to get
They just bring back people. I'm waiting for Gal Gadot's coming back.
Oh,
she's coming back. If they're bringing back Han like that, she's coming back.
Yeah,
it's no problem. So
she broke up with him, and so he needed some away time. And so they faked his death. They knew that.
Don't worry about it. It's all about family.
Anyway, I'm excited to go see that now.
It seems so stupid, but I can't wait.
Yeah.
Those are the type of movies that I love. I know I'll probably laugh the hardest I will all year during the movie. It's just so ridiculous.
I laughed during the preview. Anyway.
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Number 10, Wonder Woman 1984.
Yes.
I'm really excited about this.
I'm excited in the sense, I like how it is set in the 80s, which is kind of cool. Kristen Wiig is playing a villain, which is
interesting.
That's interesting to see. But I like what they've clearly done, which was...
Talk about bringing somebody back.
I was about to say,
I'm going to be interested.
I want to see how they bring him back,
yeah.
Which is Chris Pine. But something I like that they've shown it in the trailer, which was she's living in 1984, so she's accustomed to modern technology and everything that's going on, and she's having to drag him around, showing like, oh, this is like
the roles are reversed.
Yes, from the first one. And I really like both those two actors, just specifically in that role.
I'm also hoping a little bit. I don't know if it's going to happen. We may get some clarity on this this Warner Brothers DC universe. I don't think we're going to.
I have a feeling they're just made this just as a sequel. Like they may have scrapped the universe and they're just now doing.
But I mean, you got to think they're making another Aquaman, and you got to think they're making another Shazam. Both those made a lot of money too.
Speaking of James Wan is actually
you were going to say James Cameron.
No, James Wan is no. Wan is making he's making a horror movie before Aquaman 2, and that horror movie comes out this year, which I'm looking forward to because it's an original horror film, and he does horror pretty well. But number 8, or actually
number 9.
Number 9 is Those Who Wish Me Dead. Now, this is directed and written by Taylor Sheridan, and Taylor Sheridan wrote Sicario, Hell or High Water, and he wrote and directed Wind River, and he directed and wrote all of the first season of Yellowstone. Like, this guy, he crushes
all of
at
that
writing.
is really good. So
this appears to be kind of in the same vein of a Wind River, where it's a teenage murder witness is being protected by like a survival expert who I believe is being played by Angelina Jolie.
Yeah, that's what it seems like.
And he's being chased by twin assassins, and apparently this is all happening in Montana while there's a huge forest fire going on. It seems like an awesome premise, and this guy, Taylor Sheridan, basically makes modern westerns.
Yes,
and this sounds like right up his alley, and I can't wait. And it has Angelina Jolie, Nicholas Hoult, Tyler Perry, Aidan Gillen. Like, it has like these really good actors, and on top of, like, he has not made a bad script in my opinion. So I've been looking forward to his next movie since.
And who's playing the main character there, the boy?
I don't know. It might be someone kind of unknown.
I felt like we were just talking about it.
No,
maybe I was wrong.
I mean, the top billed stars in the movie are the people that I just named. So not unless they've aged down. Angelina Jolie, and she's,
Yeah, as soon as you told me he was making a movie this year, I immediately said, okay, that's going to be in our top 10. Because everything that he's a part of is
they're just
really good.
Really well-written stories, and that I love. So, next on our list, the next two on or I guess technically next four.
But no, look, it's number 8 is just the Pixar movies for the year.
So Onward and Soul.
Yep.
I'm more looking forward to Soul. Soul looks like it'd probably be a little deeper. It has to deal with jazz, which I kind of like jazz, and it's kind of, I guess,
kind of a shame it's not based in New Orleans.
Hey, do we know that?
It looks like New York.
New York.
Like New York. Which
I'm sure it's fine.
It's neither here nor there.
Yeah, I know it's Pixar. I'm sure it'll be fine. And then the other one is Onward.
Yeah.
And Onward looks fun, and I'm sure it'll be kind of sweet at the end. But it's
Pixar,
it's
Sean.
Pixar.
We can walk out of that and be like,
oh, that was amazing.
Yeah.
No, I can't.
Pixar has the ability to pull out like, oh, we're gonna make the best movie of the year, and that's the reason we added Pixar on this list. Is, I mean, heck, man, they had a 10-year run where they made arguably the best movies.
We went through them gladly.
Yeah.
When Disney Plus came out, we ran through Mandalorian, and then we were like, all right, let's start these Pixar movies, and we went through every Pixar movie. They're masterful.
Yeah.
Especially that first,
pretty much up until Up. Oh, even no. Toy Story 3.
I was about to say, like, some people. I'm not the biggest fan of Cars.
No. Well, because then there's Cars 2, and then but Monsters University is very underrated. Monsters University is very good, and so is Inside Out. Inside Out's really good as well.
But anyway, that's neither here nor there. It's just showing that Pixar has shown that they know how to make really good movies, and I'm not counting them out for this year. So.
No.
And it's 2 original stories.
It is original, and I'm
happy for that.
I'm all for Pixar getting away from their sequels. There's so many creative people.
I'm fine with them too, because they're
kind of like
I love.
But I mean they're kind of notoriously a creative, very creative
and I want to see them keep doing.
And I want to see them stay with original stuff. Next up, Phase 4.
It's the 2 Marvel movies are coming out this year, and I'm excited for Black Widow. The trailers, they haven't blown me away or anything.
I'm kind of excited. They've introduced some new characters. I like the actors in them. Those characters,
and also Eternals, which is it's completely new.
And they're super powered beings that have altered time throughout history.
So I'm looking forward to seeing, like you said, in particular, what is the direction Phase 4 is going.
That's the reason we've ranked them both together, is because those movies are going to define the direction of this phase. And
because I have a feeling Florence Pugh is going to become the new Black Widow.
Yeah, I do too. I have a feeling that those characters, even though Black Widow has died off, I don't see them bringing her back. Yeah. I got a feeling that the characters in that movie, though, will pop back up.
I agree. Next up, this one I am really excited for this one, and it is Edgar Wright's next movie,
which is a horror film, man.
It's Last Night in Soho, and it's a psychological horror film.
And for everybody that doesn't know who Edgar Wright is,
he's done Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, The World's End, Baby Driver, and Scott Pilgrim. Like he has made some supremely entertaining movies. But if you listen to this guy interviewed, he may have taken in more movies than like Tarantino has.
Yeah.
He is so knowledgeable about film.
Yeah.
And he, in particular, loves horror movies.
Yeah.
So when they announced that his next movie was going to be a psychological horror film, and from my understanding, there's not going to be a lot of humor. There's not going to be humor in it. There may be some, but it's not. It's
really,
not going to be
a lot
comedy.
Of his stuff is quick cuts.
But that can still be done for a horror film.
Yeah.
He's such a good filmmaker.
That's my point. It's going to be interesting to see. He could make something where we would go, that doesn't even seem like an Edgar Wright film, because he's
so talented.
Yeah.
He's writing it and directing it. I cannot. That's the one I'm really excited for, because it's going to be original. I want to see him kind of flex his filmmaking muscles a little bit more. Like I am so excited for that.
And again, it could be a complete letdown, but I mean, because everybody wants to see his fun movies. But no, I agree. He knows so much about film. Same as kind of Tarantino. I feel like he can dip his foot in whatever genre he wants.
I agree.
But
at the same time,
I
I have a feeling we'll walk away still going, oh, that's an Edgar Wright movie, though.
Yeah.
Like that's how I feel like we're not going to walk away going, that didn't even feel like an Edgar Wright movie. I feel like it'll have that still that same feeling, but it's just going to be a psychological horror film. He's someone, I don't know if he's still doing it. I remember for the longest time, he was going to have a horror movie set in the daytime where it was like shadows were the villains. Or the antagonists, I guess, which I don't know how that would play out, but it seemed fairly interesting because he was attached to do it.
Yeah. No Time to Die.
Yes.
Bond's back.
Well, he is back. I love Daniel Craig as Bond. I'm hoping he's literally like, I'm done. I'm hoping this is him finishing off his Bond.
I thought the last one was.
I did too. I thought that was going to...
I thought it was a good ending. He got to run away with the girl that understood where he had been.
And now they brought her back, and he has to now kind of know where
she has a history too, so
like,
he's...
I don't...
That being said, it looks good. It's directed by...
It's directed by Cary Fukunaga, who directed Sonombre, the first season of True Detective, which I've been vocal about, I still think is the best season of television in history.
You've never watched any season.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
But he's also done Beasts of No Nation, and he also directed the limited series Maniac, which is on Netflix. Highly recommend that as well. It has Jonah Hill and Emma Stone.
Yeah.
But he's a fantastic director. The trailer looks awesome. It's Bond. I'm always excited for a Bond movie.
I'm always, even in the weaker ones, I'm usually pretty... At the least, I'm entertained by Daniel Craig's Bond.
I was about to say, even because you
Quantum
like
Solace and
you like Spectre more than I did.
Yeah, but I didn't think. Obviously, I didn't think.
It wasn't Casino Royale
or
Skyfall.
Skyfall, but
no, I mean it was solid.
I mean, Casino Royale and Skyfall. You could argue both of those movies should have been nominated for Academy Awards.
They're definitely both top 5 Bond films.
Oh, yeah.
Like, easily.
For sure.
Next up is Wes Anderson's new movie, The French Dispatch.
And Wes Anderson's just the man.
Well, all his movies are their original stories. He has his own, it's that quirky comedy that's really funny. And I love, everything is center focused, and it's no one else can do his style, and if anyone else tries to do his style, they're like, oh, it's a Wes Anderson wannabe.
Yeah.
And no joke, half of Hollywood, I think, is in the cast. I mean, it's like Timothy Chalamet, Saoirse Ronan, Benicio del Toro, Tilda Swinton, Jeffrey Wright,
Bill
Murray, Jason Schwartzman. I'm forgetting.
No, you're forgetting like half the cast.
There's Adrian Brody. Like there are just so many people in this movie, and I can't wait. Like I know it has to deal with it's like members of the press during World War II. I'm assuming in France, and it said the description on IMDb is like it's a love letter to them, I guess. And I don't know what it's about, but at the same time,
He's
it's
made
Wes
some
Anderson.
of the sweetest movies between
Royal Tenenbaums and Moonrise Kingdom.
I mean, recent Moonrise Kingdom and Grand Budapest are great.
Yeah. No, all his movies are good.
I mean, they're all great. But I mean, even in the last one he did was Isle of Dogs.
Speaking of that, I'm a huge fan of his stop motion.
Oh,
both
yeah,
Fantastic Mr. Fox and Isle of Dogs are so good.
But no, I mean, he's also one of those directors that he's made a lot of movies now. And can you name one that's bad?
No. You can I mean, his worst one you could argue was Darjeeling Limited. And Darjeeling
that's
Limited,
an argument.
Steve. Are you saying Steve Zissou? Life
No,
Aquatic?
I'm saying that
Because
it's
I don't
no. My point is he doesn't have a bad one.
No, okay. I was about to say because anyway, all his movies are really good.
Yeah.
And
there's a lot of heart behind all of them.
Yeah. And it's just it's his style. I just love his style. Owen Wilson, I think, is also in it because it's. Now, this is honestly, if you had to choose, I think this would be your.
No, we discuss. Like, we joke. We both agree, I think, on our top two.
Top two, yes.
The number 3.
I'm excited only because
fucking Top Gun. Oh my gosh! I remember I saw the trailer and I was like, God, that actually, like, I'm gonna be entertained. We saw the trailer in IMAX. I was like, honestly, I could watch 90 minutes of just planes flying, the footage of the plane, a camera in a plane flying around, and I'm like,
I'm hoping
I'm good. And then they're playing volleyball shirtless.
No, no joke. When they're
bringing that back.
Well, the composers are Harold Faltermeyer and Hans Zimmer, so they got the original composer, the old one. So you already have like that. The music is the same, and it shows them playing volleyball shirtless, and Maverick's on his motorcycle, and the planes take. You're like, I no joke. I have no problem if they are just trying to basically remake the original Top Gun, because and in a way, I think it's going to be very similar, and I'm on board.
Which is not a fantastic story, or there's nothing great about it.
Cool.
But you're like,
especially with these IMAX cameras, it looks so wild.
It looks so cool. And Tom Cruise is actually flying. The reason it's taken so long is because he wanted to shoot it with him actually flying the planes.
And then fucking Jennifer. The two leads in this movie, Bailey, get up here. You're knocking the lights. The two leads in this movie. Are Tom Cruise and Jennifer Connelly. Mm-hmm. They are ageless wonders.
Yeah.
It is astonishing. I remember
we saw the preview, and I was like, who's the young actress they got to play alongside
Jennifer Connelly?
Yeah, I thought there was a young girl that they had for Miles Teller, and I was like, who's the... And I was like, nope,
that's for Tommy. That's for Maverick.
I was like, that's Jennifer Connelly. Good Lord. But no, that's going to be a movie, it's just going to be like, I'm gonna go have a good time.
Oh yes, very, very similar. I don't think it'll win any, maybe like technical awards or something, but I don't think it's gonna win any awards. But I cannot wait to see it. I am very excited for Top Gun.
I mean, it's a win for America.
It did feel like it was totally funded by the U.S. government, in which the first one was
by the U.S. Navy.
I know, and
and this one. I don't care who it's funded by. It's going to be so entertaining.
What if it was funded by the Church of Scientology?
Well,
conflicting feelings?
God bless America, I guess.
Goddamn God. Okay.
We got the right to practice whatever religion we want.
That's not a religion.
Make believe or not.
That's not a religion.
I read it in a book.
It's literally... God. That guy was a science fiction writer. Anyway... number 2.
Nolan.
Number 2 was Tenet. Now, this one was...
It's tough to put it number 2.
1 and 2 were so close for me. And
I agree.
Tenet is Nolan's new movie. The trailer... He does... What Nolan does so well, he comes up with these, like, complex storylines that he does a good job of explaining...
time police, kind of.
I
can't
don't
tell.
know. I don't, and that's just it. I kind of just want that to be the only trailer.
But they're not all time. Like it's like there's certain people that have this ability
It seems to be very
to
like
see through time.
It seems to be very limited, almost like time travel in the sense that it's almost like they have a rewind button on life. I guess.
Well, no, but only certain aspects.
I know, I guess. But see, this is it. Is that I don't know what it's about. It seems to be some sort of like espionage thriller.
Yeah.
And I kind of want to keep it this way.
A time-based espionage thriller.
And it's directed by Christopher Nolan.
I'm in.
And it's also, this is his biggest budget by far. This is
wild.
$285 million. I don't think he's even had close to 200. I don't think he's hit 200 before.
All I know is I'll be there.
No,
anybody watch? Yeah.
God.
Anybody that's a fan of movies or being entertained in general.
It's 10 out of 10.
Should go see this.
I guarantee it. You're gonna walk away and go, that was highly original.
Yeah.
Like, because that's what a lot of Nolan's original stories are. You walk away and go, I haven't seen something like that.
That's how I felt. Like Interstellar, you had kind of an idea what was happening.
Interstellar was amazing.
No, it was, but you had an idea what was. My point was, I felt the same way watching this trailer as I did with Inception.
Yes.
So like, I don't know what I just saw, but I'm on board.
Yes, I completely agree.
I'm excited.
And it's John David Washington. He was awesome in Black Klansman, but he's the lead, and it has Robbie P. It has Robert Pattinson. It has a stellar cast. I'm super excited.
Number one.
What we decided on number one.
This is unanimous, I think. At least our top two were unanimous.
It is Denis Villeneuve's adaptation of Dune.
The amount of actors.
Like I said, half of Hollywood was in French Dispatch. I think the other half is in Dune.
And there's some that are in both.
Timothy Chalamet's in both. But Dune has Oscar Isaac, Stellan Skarsgård, Jason Momoa, Zendaya, Charlotte Rampling, Rebecca Ferguson, Josh Brolin, like just incredible actors.
You've listed a quarter.
Like series, Javier Bardem, I think, is in it. And Dune is it's a sprawling science fiction epic.
Yeah.
And they got the perfect director.
And for people who don't know who this is,
he directed Blade Runner 2049, which should be enough to convince you that he could make Dune.
Keep going.
He made Arrival. He made Prisoners. He made Sicario. He has made some fantastic movies.
And visually
stunning movies. And I have no question that Dune will not be different. Now, he has announced that his goal was to make 2 movies. So I'm assuming this is part 1. So we're going to be seeing half this movie. And
this book. This is an epic.
The book is massive. It's a super thick book, but I cannot wait. And I kind of hope that it is kind of close to the book because it's like hardcore sci-fi. And between him, he's very much how we talk about Nolan or Wes Anderson or kind of Edgar Wright in the same. He hasn't made a bad movie in the slightest. And I actually put it more with Nolan where everything is kind of visually kind of breathtaking, and there's for the most except for
it's visually stimulating when you watch it.
Yes, but I'd argue Villeneuve is more artistic than Nolan is as far as visually. Like his stuff in 2049 is masterful, and I'm just that's the one where I'm because there hasn't been a trailer, there hasn't been any posters.
Well, it's not due out to the end of the year.
It's not due out to December. It's something I am worried about though. Like 2049 didn't make a whole lot of money for the budget that it had, and this movie had a huge budget, and I'm hoping a lot of people will see it because I'm afraid for some reason if it was to bomb, that we wouldn't get part 2 because I can almost guarantee it's going to be at least a good movie.
Yeah,
So I can't wait for that because it's a story that tried to get tackled before, and it's known as David Lynch made it, fantastic director. It was a letdown.
Yeah.
And this is something I feel like they've got the people in place to make it right. And that's why I
hope so. I mean, again,
most excited for Dune.
Between the director and then the whole cast. I mean, if you've got a chance to scroll through a cast,
you literally have to keep scrolling and be like, Jesus.
Yeah,
it's insane. But I cannot wait for Dune. It's going to be visually amazing. Yeah, you just know it. So, but
that's our top 10.
That is the 10 movies that we are for sure looking forward to. I'm sure there are going to be some movies coming out where like, oh man, we didn't put that on the list,
Yeah.
But
I mean, we will go see movies every weekend. We got Birds of Prey next weekend.
That's what we're doing. Is it next weekend?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
got Birds of Prey.
Next weekend. So, yeah, that's our top 10 for movies we're most looking forward to in 2020. And got anything else to say? Huh?
Catch us next time.
Catch us next time.
With OurTake.
We'll see you. You finally settled down. In the final 3 minutes of the video. Okay, I can rest.